And now it's time for a Crummett Family Update.
Mi madre, mi mama, Susan Crummett, the Sunday school teacher, because she did something really funny at church before I left that I think you should know. We were at church, and my mom is such a good woman. She's a Sunday school teacher, and she gives to the community, the Christian community at large, if you will. Every convention, Baptist, big and small. And one day at church, she went up to speak, and my mom has, she's the type who gets up there and she cries, and she said, oh, my Sunday school class, this and that, shedding tears, whatever, and they're real, So she gets done, and we're all sitting there as a family, me and Ron, train-loving Ron, and, my brother and his beautiful Filipino bride, Kate, looking, still on the big side. And Mom comes down off the stage, wiping the tears from her eyes. And one thing you might know from watching Snackboy, and maybe it put together from hearing about me and Grandma and everyone in the BCs and the craziness of our house and our family. One thing you probably have put together by now is that we're a little bit airheaded as a clan. And Mom sat down in the wrong pew, the one in front of us. And we all started to say, Mom, Mom. But here's the funny part. There was this old man sitting there, and she thought it was Dad. And she's such a prim and proper woman. You know her from Snack 99. She put her hand on this old guy's knee, and when she sits by my dad, she's such a loving wife. She she rubs her hand on his leg, and she'll lean her head like a little girl on his shoulder, and she just really gets into that whole thing. And so this old guy, she's rubbing his leg, and he's looking at her like she's crazy. He's like 100. He's like, ooh, and we're all behind trying not to laugh. And the best was when she finally did it. We were waiting. She's been there for like 20 seconds now, and other people in other pews are noticing. They're like, oh, goodness, look at Sue Crummett. She's on the wrong pew. You can just tell what they're saying. And she leans her head on his shoulder, and the guy jumps. I mean, he has a cane, and he jumps, and she opens her eyes, and she looks over, and we're all behind, and we just crack up. We just crack up, people. We lose it. And the funny part is that when Mom sprung up to walk around to our pew, everyone in the church, including the minister, even good old Pastor Javen, started laughing. And it was just funny because, it was church, and it was Mom, and it was a scene. And if anyone has any other questions, a lot of people want to know about BCs, and I've written on the message board. And if I have time before I get cut off by Tom, the mystery voice announcer, I'll tell you the BCs are like weak aspirin. I don't know if they're everywhere. They come in little packets, and they taste really bad because I tried a couple, out of curiosity. They were really kind of gross. And they fizz in water like Alka-Seltzer, and they taste nasty. It's powdery, but it has this really nasty taste. And it's supposed to be good for headaches, Grandma said, but it gave me a headache. So I wouldn't try the BC unless you're really curious. But it's out there, and I don't know where you can find it. But if anyone wants to ship some to Grandma, call me for her address. And I love you, and... Bye.